Qi and Qigong is a 5,000-year-old ancient traditional martial art which is practiced not only in China but mostly by millions of people around the world. Okay, though it's a martial arts, the practice is mostly today taken up for the healing aspects that the people benefit by doing Tai Chi and by doing Qigong. Okay. So our topic for today is Tai Chi, Qigong, energy, meditation. Okay. We have all been to many meditation classes. We have done a lot of meditation. There is Vipassana, there is Chakra meditation, there is Kundalini meditation, there is Brahma Vidya, which is a meditation. Okay, and now Tai Chi and Qigong, energy meditation. Now the very word energy meditation says a lot about the subject. So it is a meditation and it is a meditation about energy. Okay. Other conventional meditations, the core of those meditations are very different from this. Energy meditation. When we are using this word energy meditation, our focus is completely upon energy. And you may also say, or you may think, or you may feel, all meditations give you energy. Yes, all meditation gives you energy. But what we talk about here is energy very substantially and magnified, feeling in your body that you are energetic. Your energy in your body changes. We are talking about that kind of energy meditation. Okay, we are not talking about that meditation which you just close your eyes, maybe count your breath or maybe use a mantra or something and you feel good about it when you come out of the meditation. Okay, we are not talking about that. We are talking about you do the meditation, you feel a change in your body. A change for your betterment or a change which will make your body, mind and soul harmonize with each other. Okay, very important. Many places, many times, and when I talk, I include me in it, we always fail at meditation. How many of us have done meditation over here? Very good. How many of us really live very practically what we learned in the meditation? Okay, now you know what I'm talking about. So your meditation should be the meditation you can live each and every moment and in each and every aspect of your life. Then whatever you have done, whatever kind of meditation you have done, borne the fruit. Otherwise you have not got the fruit of that meditation if you cannot carry that meditation to each and every moment of your life. Then it is ki chalo yaar thoda der ke liye, it is, I know I should not say this on camera, but even then it is like any other addiction. Chai ka addiction, cigarette ka addiction, drugs ka addiction, it becomes that way. Because meditation is not supposed to be an addiction. Meditation is supposed to better our life, improve our life in any aspect that we need to improve that. Okay? So that's why we talk about energy meditation, because when we are going to do any kind of energy meditation, it is going to affect specific parts or specific aspects of our life. And when you do those meditation, there is a change, a magnified change in those aspects of life. And that's why we call it energy meditation, because it is going to change something within us. It is going to change us, maybe as human beings, maybe as parents, maybe as brothers, sisters, whatever you name it. Okay? Now this is nothing new. Okay, this is nothing new. Again, controversial things are always there. Instead, we human beings are so very fond of controversies. Anything that starts to work, we want some controversy attached to it. We want some mystery attached to it. Okay? So we'll sort of try to ignore those controversies and focus on the benefit of what is going to really be there. Before we try out some kind of meditations, there is simple criterias in life that we have to understand, which is very important. Again, all of us very conveniently get into this mold which I'm going to tell you. Okay?
So you just said that meditation is not supposed to be an addiction.
Hmm.
But now suppose I'm with you for so many years and it is that particular time of day when I meditate. And if I miss it, then I feel I really miss something. So is that addiction?
No, that's not addiction when you are going to miss it. After you are doing your meditation, okay, and you miss it, you have felt you have missed something, it's okay. It is like you missing out on your lunch or your dinner or your breakfast. Okay, or you're missing out on a friend. But if this missing out turns into aggression, you become aggressive, it changes your body, mind, soul position, then it is an addiction. Okay? Right? So, the criteria is this, that whenever, and not only this applies to Tai Chi and Qigong, but applies to life also. Whenever you are here to learn something new or a subject you don't know, never compare that subject to any other thing. We human beings very conveniently. ये तो चक्र मेडिटेशन जैसा ही है, ये तो रेकी मेडिटेशन जैसा ही है. Okay, I am not telling you this because I want my meditation to flourish. No, not at all. It's not mine first and foremost. It's a 5,000-year-old art. I'm telling you this is because you have a very, very powerful energy source in your body called intent and mind. So when you come to learn Qigong meditation and you say ये Reiki जैसा meditation है, you don't get Qigong, you will get Reiki meditation. Then you should have been in a Reiki meditation talk, not in the Tai Chi Qigong talk. Okay? Don't we all of us do this? We very conveniently do this, very conveniently. And we very conveniently do this in all aspects of life also. फलाना फिल्म देखा था, ये फिल्म तो वही फिल्म जैसा है, तो देखने क्यों गया भाई? और जब तक को पता चला कि ये फिल्म उस फिल्म जैसा है तो उठ के बाहर निकलो ना. Why are you wasting your time in the theater? Okay? So don't compare. Never have this intention, never have this state of mind of comparing things with each other. Okay? And after that, then when you are on to your meditation, don't compete. And we start to get into competition with your very own self. I know so many people, when we have done our beginners courses in meditation, when we sit to meditate, or when we are standing meditation, or whether we are doing moving meditation, these are all from Tai Chi and Qigong. You can do sitting, you can do standing, you can do moving, you can do lying down. Okay? And people start to compete with themselves. How you compete with yourself? Anybody knows? How you start to compete with your own self? Nobody? Nobody competes with themselves over here? Such nice human beings you are. You guys have a talk and I'm going to sit and listen. Okay, we compete with ourselves when we start to live in denial. You are continuously denying things. Okay? Continuously. Because the moment you close your eyes for meditation, or whatever other posture that you will take for your meditation, the moment you do that, your inner soul or your inner mind starts to respond to you. It starts to respond. It starts to, or rather put it in simple language, it starts to speak to you. And the very first words that you know, you are a bad human being. And he says, "Chal re shana ban, tu kaun hai bolne wala?" Or then you will bargain. I am bad, why? Because the whole world is bad. Everybody is like this, so what can I do? You see, you start competing with your own self. Because your inner voice is there telling you, time's up, boss, you are turning into a bad human being. Instead of you saying, yes, how? What do you say? No, I'm not that. Or you say the whole world is that way. So then you should not meditate if the whole world is that way. Because you are meditating for a change. for a change in all aspects of life. You're not meditating because the whole world is meditating, isn't it? Okay, so this is small, just a small example of how you will compete. There are lots of other ways that all of us human beings compete with each other. Okay, like if my neighbor buys one car, I will buy two cars. If my neighbor buys a car and maybe an Activa or scooty, I will buy a car and I will buy maybe, what is that? Kaun sa hai? I don't know the names of the bikes also, but I will buy some nice, jazzy kind of a race bike and I will keep. Okay, huh? Harley Davidson, yeah, that one I know very well, yeah. Okay, so see how who are you competing with? Not with your neighbor, you're competing with your own self. Okay, so no comparing and no competing in any aspects of life. Okay, one of my students very well writes on a WhatsApp, life is a meditation. And so precise she was. From where did she get that enlightenment? I don't know. God bless her, but so precise. Life is a meditation. If we all use life as a meditation and not as life as a chalta hai attitude that we usually all have, life is going to be much better for all of us. Okay? And this attitude of ours that we have, okay, that is the cause of all the problems that you and I can ever face. Because our life is not a meditation. Our life is constantly made up of curved lines, straight lines, numbers, and what? And rhythm. Okay? And what do? We don't draw our straight line. We don't move on our curved line. We go on to somebody else's straight line. We go on to somebody else's curved line. We are involved in somebody else's numbers. How much of salary, how much of black money, what is the age, why is she so young, though she's age is so old. Okay? And rhythm, we are always adopting somebody else's rhythm. Oh, the whole world is that way. That's the rhythm of the world, so I dance to that tune. Because life is not a meditation. If your life is meditation, you know your own straight line, you know your curved lines, you know your numbers, and you will know your rhythm. And when you are going to adapt these things, as life is a meditation, then you be a unique person. You will be completely unique. Otherwise, you are living somebody else's life. You are copying somebody else's life. It's not your life. Absolutely not yours. And all your life till maybe you are going to be called back to the Creator. Maybe that day, I don't know, I have not seen life after death. But maybe that day you will realize, boss, ye sala maine kya kiya? I was such a unique person, I could have done a lot of things. But where am I today? I was living that damn fool's life. Okay? All of us are made with a very unique art within us. It is for us to recognize and make this art flourish for our good and for the good of the universe. So don't compare, don't compete. Try to be yourself, try to be who you are, how you are, whatever you are. When my teacher taught me this, I was really shaken up. Arey boss, how can I do that? I am a Tai Chi teacher, okay? I spent 8 to 10 months in Shanghai learning the art. I used to learn it for 14 hours a day. I was with doctors, I was with scientists, I was with the great Tai Chi teachers. So how can I not compete? I have to compete with the other Tai Chi teachers. All those kinds of things did come into my mind. And one day, when I was here in Mumbai itself, and very nicely I seen in a car, a lady got down with a small child who was 3 to 4 years old. Okay, at a place in Matunga where there were a lot of shanties on the footpath. And that small child got out with some clothes and went to a small shanty where a small kid literally naked, was playing in the dirt, went and tapped that kid and told, "Ye le, ye tere liye." What did that small kid do you think? As any usual kid, you would have taken that clothes and jumped up in happiness. That kid looked at that clothes, looked at the child and said, "मेरे को तेरे जैसा नहीं बनने का है." And I was standing with a couple of friends and we were just talking over there. That was our usual place in Matunga, where whenever we had a nice late Sunday, nothing to do, we would practice maybe at Shivaji Park or some place, go down to this very famous place in that very, crowded Dharavi. Okay, it's called Sharda Hotel. Who has gone through there will know they make delicious vada sambar and uttapas. Delicious is not the word. It is like, boss, if you go from there, you want to have something there. And the aroma of the coffee, boss, out of the world. So that's why we were there. And this was the experience. Okay, how many of us can do that? How many of us can tell somebody who's offering us very nice clothes and tell that person, "मेरे को तेरे जैसा नहीं बनना है." Instead we will grab it, ला बेटा ला चल. जितना आता है आने दो. Okay? So these are just some examples that I show you that we are all involved in. We are all involved in, again, very simply because life is not a meditation. You have to make your life a meditation. That's what Tai Chi teaches us. That's what Qigong teaches us. Constantly living in an energy zone. Constantly aware of energy. Constantly aware of universal energy. Constantly aware of heavenly energy. Constantly aware of man energy or rather atmosphere energy. Constantly aware of the earth energy. Constantly. The moment your hand moves out to do something, before even your hand physically touches this thing, you should feel the energy of this, whatever it is. And then your life will become a meditation. You have to go to work. Go to work as if you are going to gather or rather cultivate more energy from an energy source. When you're going back home to your family after you come from work, don't go back again to your wife and your children. Go back to a more larger source of energy. Look at that. Look at your family as that source of energy. Look at your office as that source of energy. Look at the place that you stay as a source of energy. Your workplace, your staying place. The people you meet also are a source of energy.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That means you don't go on face value. That means today if you are here, you are not listening to Carlton Hill, a Tai Chi teacher. You are listening to a source of energy. When I am talking to you, you are not so-and-so person as a human being, Mr. this or whatever, XYZ. You are also energy. So here we are having an exchange of energy. The moment you sit there and you look over here and you see Carlton Hill standing over here, in your mind many thoughts will come. What is this guy boasting about? Isn't it? Whatever he's saying, is it true? What he's saying I cannot do. These are the thoughts that will come in your mind if you look at Carlton Hill. But if you look at this as a source of energy, you get back energy. Okay? Is that clear? Got it, sir? We'll speak after class, sir. Okay? How many of you got this philosophy? Very good. Good. Glad to know that. Okay? So this is how it is. And when those of you who have got this philosophy, when you apply it in your day-to-day life, not seeing the person you're going to get acquainted with or you're going to meet with, maybe for a business deal, maybe you're going to meet your doctor, maybe you're going to meet a relative who has not been in a good relationship with you. When you are going to meet that source of energy, then you see the difference that it will make in your life. Okay? Because if the moment it is, for example, let us take this, that I'm going to meet a relation who was never good with me, or rather we were never ever in harmony with each other. So the first thought as an ordinary human being that will come to my mind is what? अरे साला उसको मिलने का ज़्यादा बात करेगा ना, साले का मुंह ही तोड़ डालेगा. Don't you think that? or you will say, "Arey, I have to go and meet him." यार, क्या करेगा अभी, जाना ही पड़ेगा. You see, you go to meet him as a source of energy. You go to meet him as a source of powerful energy which is constantly overpowering you. But then you think the same about yourself, that his energy is different from my energy. Whatever he does with his energy, I will try to harmonize my energy with his energy, not overpower him with my energy. Again, this is what we human beings do. If I am going to meet somebody who has very powerful energy, that's what I will do. I will do Tai Chi, I will do Qigong, I will pray to God, I will go to Hanuman temple, maybe I will go to church and tell God, boss, come on, give me such a lot of strength. In the Catholic religion, Archangel Saint Michael is supposed to be a very powerful guy, so I'll start praying to him. Archangel stand at the back of me because he is the guy with a very long sword standing on a snake or a serpent, so he has a lot of strength. No, that's not wrong. With whatever energy I have, I can harmonize with that powerful energy. This is meditation. Okay? So I'm sure now all of you have got an idea sometimes why meditation does not work. Not to sit that judgment, I'm not a great teacher or I'm not a judge, but in my life of energy work, 45 to 48 years I am doing energy work, different kinds of energy work. I've discussed with Reiki scientists. I'm not talking about Reiki teachers. I've discussed things with Reiki scientists. I've done practical energy work with Reiki scientists, with quantum physics scientists, you name it, from the subtle right up to the physical. I've dabbled in all kinds of energy work. So I'm speaking from very strong experience. And just a bit, in this 1 hour what we are here, even if one sentence you can understand what I say and pick it up, or rather, agree to it. Don't deny it. Don't live in competition. Though you understand what I'm going to say and you say, nahi, aisa nahi hai, ye nahi ho sakta hai. Don't do that. Don't be in denial of that. Yeah.
I have a question. You spoke about harmonizing our energy with the other person's energy. What's the access to that? Because when you elaborated, I was going through instances where at times when you're talking to a person, you're relating to that person as a person you think he's a fool, and you're talking to him from there. Or like you said, if he's very powerful, then I got to then either you are submissive or you are aggressive. So that's how I generally tell.
Everybody.
So,
See, let's little forget that word energy. What she's talking about, I can translate it into one word. One word. Again, that one word for me is energy. Ask this one not to send anybody more in. Okay? This energy, what she is just talking about, I will translate it into one word. And I'm sure all of us will agree to it.
this is where we operate.
This is our system. This is energy going out. And we all use that. We all want energy to go out from us. उसके पास जाओ, उसके पास जाओ, उसके पास जाओ, उसके पास जाओ. No, we should not be neutral.
Unless we know how it
You should be progressive. You should not be neutral. You should be progressive. Okay? How many from the corporate world? You're from the corporate world. Oh my God. Don't you feel sometimes you suppress your ego, okay, to get certain things done?
Don't you feel like it happens?
Yeah.
That's how.
No, it's common. No, that's why I'm saying. No? So, but why did you suppress your ego to let certain things happen? Because in a certain way, it is going to benefit you.
Absolutely. Got an agenda.
Of course. Yeah. See, it's so simple. Nina gave an answer for this. So if you can have a flexible ego which you can manipulate into any shape and size, then you shape your ego or you sculpture your ego into something very beautiful, which is good for you and good for others. Again, this word goes back to what I've explained before. Why do we have a ego? Because of wanting to compare and wanting to compete. Okay, that's what I was saying. I did not want to use this word. It's a very dangerous word, because I can talk on this word for hours and hours together, and by the time the people go out, ये सब बकवास है यार, ये ऐसा थोड़ी हो सकता है, ऐसा ego तो रखना ही पड़ेगा ना. Okay, so I didn't want to use that word ego. So that's why I was trying to make do with compare and competing. But okay, that's life. I'm come back to it. Maybe all of you had to get some kind of message through that. Okay, so yes, you have to be progressive, or rather, let's make it more easier. Turn your ego into progressive energy. Don't look at it as you are being suppressed. Don't look at it as you are being let down. Don't look at it as you are being insulted. Turn that insult into education. Yes, maybe I don't know, I cannot understand the subject, whatever that person is telling me is true. If that person is screaming and shouting at you, it is his style. How will you know that that person is boss in the office? Isn't it? How will you know? How will you know that guy who is there or the lady who is there is the senior in the office? Role, everybody has a role. And I've seen the greatest of greatest bosses who will scream and shout and throw things and all here and there in the maybe office. And the moment they are down, if a dog barks, they are scared. Or they have to reach home on time. I should not say this, but it's a fact. They should reach home on time because they have given their wife time that he's going to be home at this time. So where was that ego? Where is that boss who was in the office? How did he change? Okay. So this energy going out, you have to, I will not say manipulate it, but you have to shape it for your progress. Okay. You don't have much space here, but in Tai Chi and Qigong, which my students have just started doing, we have an exercise called push hands. So in push hands, though you are fighting, you are not fighting. You are using softness to overcome the other person. And in using that softness, many a times you are falling down. Many a times people who are looking will think you are a loser. But in real life, the person who's going down, who's falling down is a winner. I see Rohit smiling over there, he has experienced a lot of it. Okay? Exactly, you said it, yeah. Okay, so that's how you should get out all these things. So even if your boss screams, even if you know you are right and he is wrong and even he is doing that. See, like I said, life is made up of straight lines and curved lines. Your boss cannot always be that on that straight line, screaming and shouting. You cannot bear the brunt of always being on that straight line. That line will turn into a curved line. And curved lines are up and down, up and down, up and down. A curved line can go anywhere. If this is a straight line, this straight line can turn. It can go down. It can go up. Okay, there's no constant energy. Energy is always changing. Shape and size and power continuously changes. What we have to do is harmonize with these changes. Harmonize with that line. Harmonize with the curved line. Harmonize with that number. Okay? Many a times again, ego teaches also to dabble with those numbers. We are never satisfied with a small number. We always want to see large numbers. More than 5 figures. It is going to change. It cannot constantly be there, static. It is going to change. Okay? Got your answer? So coming back to everything is energy, and again a nice line that I use in my class on all my workshops is keep it simple. Never complicate it. We are so used to complicating things. The easiest way of not being complicated and not getting complicated is have faith. Have faith in a higher energy level. Have faith in a higher power. Okay? Whatever it can be. Whatever you can have faith in. And now I can hear everybody's soul inside telling the brain. ऐसा कैसा होगा? How can I have faith in anything and somebody? Isn't it? Having faith means surrendering. Surrender to that energy at that present moment. You may be down in life at that time. You may be down in life like that crawling snake. And you can see all foots over the huge foots who's going to stamp you anytime and you're trying to go. Does the snake die? No. The snake has faith. It keeps moving. Okay? So somebody downtrodden over there can have faith and move, then we up erect vertically. Why can't we have faith? Okay? So a surrender is very important. Remember to surrender to a situation. The moment you surrender to a situation, you become calm. The moment you are calm, the moment your mind will start working calmly, harmoniously. But if you are not calm, you are not surrendered, you are going to do everything hastily. And in that haste, you are going to invite lots and lots of problems and troubles, not only for that particular moment, maybe for time, unlimited, because one thing goes into the other, one thing goes into the other, and it goes on and on. Okay? So, the attitude should be everything is energy. The attitude should be to keep it simple. So, from your life goes out this energy going out. Now what can we do meditation for? Tai Chi Qigong meditation for healing, Tai Chi Qigong meditation for stress, Tai Chi Qigong meditation for energy, Tai Chi Qigong meditation for self-defense, and it goes on and on, on and on, on and on, on and on, on and on. And like I said, Tai Chi and Qigong can be done actively and passively. There are some meditations which are considering of movements. There are some where there are no movements. You can passively do traditional conventional meditation sitting in one place with your eyes closed. Okay? We cannot do a lot of movement over here, and most of you have done lots of movements who have constantly come to these talks of mine and who have been to my class. Let's try to do a passive meditation. Okay, let's try to do a passive meditation and let's see how much of energy we can generate. How do we know that we have cultivated this energy within us? It's very simple. There are 3 points which you check. The palm center. Just keep your thumb and check the temperature. Okay? Both the palms. Just keep your hand just a little below your navel and again feel this temperature. And then we will do our meditation, and then again we will feel the temperature. If you have meditated properly and cultivated energy, the temperature will grow. It will become a little extra than it was normally that you checked it out to be. Okay? This is one way. There are many other sensations in your body which can happen. Now, let me tell you one thing again. You are not doing the traditional conventional meditations which many people call a no mind meditation. Okay? In Tai Chi and Qigong, we don't believe in no mind meditation. Because what is our main aim of life being here? Leaving everything and going away? No. We want to be here in life, make this life better. And we want to be harmonious. So we want to be progressive in all aspects of life. So you have to do a meditation which will bring you to this aim of yours, bring you to this pinnacle of yours. Progress. Abundance progress. How will you reach there? Through energy. How will you cultivate this energy? To many different modalities. Whether you do Reiki, Pranic healing, Brahma Vidya, there's something called access bars come out now. Different modes. And you also can do Tai Chi and Qigong. Okay? Many people always say, if you talk about so many meditations, why are you advocating, soliciting Tai Chi and Qigong? I am not an advocate of Tai Chi and Qigong. I am dead sure it is one of the best in the world. And every time you try to prove otherwise, I will prove it to you that it's the best in the world for many reasons. Okay, we don't have that much of time to create a debate upon why it is best in the world. Okay, but yes, after my experience of doing a lot of things on either side of life, either side of life is living as an ordinary man, ordinary person working, and also practicing as a martial art. I have practiced 7 different kinds of martial arts. I have practiced 5 different styles of Tai Chi and Qigong. So I have lived both the sides. I have lived life as a fighter, getting hurt and hurting people, and I have lived as a healer in Tai Chi and Qigong, curing people of their diseases, healing people, and also taking away my own ache and pains that I derived out of my fighting. Okay, so I have ample of that experience. I am sure of it, that this is what is the ultimate art or an ultimate life asset that you can keep at different moments of your life. Okay, again, not to judge. How many after 60 do aerobics for 40 minutes? Okay, how many after the age of 40 do aerobics for 40 minutes? Very good. No ache and pains in your body? No? Are you sure? Very good. Even yours? God bless both of you. God bless both of you. Because at the age of 40, the first thing that started to happen was I started getting giddiness, taking punches to my head. Okay? And that's why I had to change to do something like Tai Chi and Qigong. Okay? And that got out all medications from my life. No tablets, no nothing. Even today. Even to this day, I don't need to take a tablet for any issue in my life. Okay? Whether it is physical issues, mental issues, or whatever issues you call it. Not even for financial issues I have to take a tablet. We all take tablets for financial issues, right? Because the moment our finance graft is down, head start to pain, we go and take a crochet. I told you I can prove anything to you. As an energy man, I will prove everything to you. Whatever you can't prove, I will tell you. I will talk something very vaguely and I will prove it to you, it's the fact. Okay, it's very simple, even you can do this. Why? It's because everything is energy. That tablet that you take is energy, your headache is energy, the source that created the headache is also energy. So some way you have not recognized the energy or you have dabbled in the wrong way with that energy and you know the outcome of it. Okay, so different ways of doing different meditation. We'll start with very simple meditations, okay? We cannot do large ones. We'll do little small meditations, maybe 5-minute meditations, and we'll see how you progress with it. Or rather, we will do 2-minute meditations. Tai Chi and Qigong, or rather Qigong is more well known for instant and fast vibrations, changes in your body, okay? We'll have some very light music and at the same time you will also listen to me, okay, as I guide you through things, right? Try your best, again, like I said, you know, I've told many of you many different stories, proving time and again that we as human beings, our chalta hai attitude hai hum logon ka. I've proved this many a times. I've told you so many stories how to be concentrated, how to really derive 100% of what you are doing. So again, if you really want to take some real source of enhancing your life, be concentrated. Forget about how you're going to go home. We all have to go home one day. Forget about your problems for some time. Create space in your body. Create some space, because our whole body, including our mind and our soul, is crowded with a lot of things. Our souls, our body and our minds are more crowded than Dadar station. I always tell my friends this. Dadar station mein kabhi gardi dekha, multiplied by lakhs. And that's what is within all of us. Okay? So you have to change it. How many of you have gone to the other station, crossed from west to east? Anybody? Great. Most of you have. So boss, you may know the situation over there. How many of you have gone to the other station very early, 2:30 in the morning or 1:30 in the morning? Nobody? You have been there? Who was that? Chitra. Okay. So even when you go at that 12:30 and the 2:30 time also, there is still people walking and creating a noise. That's how we are inside. That's how we are here. Okay? So what you need to be? You need to be a station called Vidya Vihar.
I stay there.
Yeah? If you go 12 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the night in Vidya Vihar, you will be one lone guy, or maybe you will be nobody around. Yes, you will look at the station and you will come out and catch a rig and go home. See, because she is from Vidya Vihar, she now got my example very rightly. I also, got to know Vidya Vihar by chance. And I think so, thanks to Vidya Vihar, I got a beautiful wife sitting over here. Because on that was the place I met her, because boss, I used to pass Vidya Vihar and, ye kya hai yaar, am I in Bombay or is this a gaon or something? There's nobody to be seen and all that. And very, that's how, the creator makes things. She was in Somaya College and we had to be on Vidya Vihar station. And I don't know, I'll tell her today, but whenever I used to pass Vidya Vihar station, I used to have classes in Bandu. Whenever I used to pass Vidya Vihar station, sometimes maybe in a slow train, and that slow train, not the tracks very joining the platform, but the track away from the platform, it would stand there. And I would look at the station and I don't know why, I would always feel, yaar, yahan utarna chahiye, ek din platform pe rukna chahiye. And after I met her, तो वहाँ काफी रुकते थे हम लोग. रुको ही रुकते हैं. But anyway, thanks to Vidya Vihar, I have a nice, beautiful wife with me. Okay, but jokes apart, you can laugh about it, but sometimes very deeply as an energy person, when I think, I now associate that connection. Come on, Vidya Vihar, yaar, boss, like I used to look at the station first and say, ye kya hai yaar? And then suddenly, there was an attraction there. What was there, I don't know. But I used to always feel, yaar, abhi main train se utru aur udhar jaake khada to ro karke dekhu what it is. See, being an energy person, that's what we are used to. Wherever we go, our body, the aura or your energy body is also trying to recognize the energy over there. Okay, and maybe my aura was trying to recognize her aura, I think so, from right across. Okay, but whatever, it's all about energy. So we are like the other station inside. Okay, we need to change it. We need to change it.
Sir, when you meet a person for the first time and you feel you have known this person
For a long time, yes. There is always a connection. You are always connected. There is one of my teacher used to always say, I still remember when one day I told my teacher, I need a laptop. I need to work on a laptop. And a very traditional teacher of mine, who is now in the Himalayas and who had come from the Himalayas also. And he just looked and laughed and he said, I asked him, sir, why are you laughing? He's saying, now laptop, after car, he's saying the mobile will change, After some time your laptop will become small and smaller and the mobile came. So I said, that is progress. And he said, progress not like this. Progress like this. And if you think about it, today how many of us can stay without a mobile phone for 24 hours? How many of us can stay? How many of us say, चलो आज मैं बैंक तक चलते जाएगा, लाइन में खड़ा रहेगा और पैसा डिपॉजिट करेगा या पैसा निकाल के आएगा? How many of us say that we can go down to that kirana shop, see the rice in our hand and buy it? We are all doing it on mobile. We are all doing it on our tabs. Most of us doing it on our desktops, on our computers. Now you will ask me, what did I lose in that? You know what you lost? You lost peace of mind. You lost your health. You don't think of that. So that was him saying, progress not like this, progress like this time. Okay? So, let's do a meditation. Those who can keep the back straight will keep your back straight. Those who cannot keep their back straight, you can easily lean back. There is no hard and fast rule that you should always keep your back straight. We keep the back straight so that we don't miss out on a certain energy in our body. That's why you need to keep your back straight. That does not mean that if your back is not straight, you will not feel energy. You can still feel energy. Okay? It's not getting through? Try that, yeah, directly. By the way, the center of your palms, according to Tai Chi and Qigong, there is an energy point which can transmit energy and absorb energy. It's called the Lao Gong point. Okay? It is called the Lao Gong point, just for the sake of you knowing. Lao Gong. And it is there in both your palms, right at the center. The palm or the place where I ask you to keep down, just below your navel, 2 inches below the navel, 2 inches cross section, that is from here straight in the middle of your body down, is the point where all of us are born with energy, and it is an energy storage point, again according to Tai Chi and Qigong, which is called Dan Tian. Okay, it's written down in many different spellings. Sometimes some people call it Tan Tian also. Okay, so this is that acknowledgement when you know that these are the 3 energy areas. Whenever you do any energy work for the matter, whether when you do Reiki, pranic healing or any other kind of meditation, this is what you have to do to know whether you have really cultivated the benefit of that particular practice that you have. Feel the temperature, then you will do a meditation, and then you are going to, after the meditation, again check. Okay? So, have your tongue up. All of you know why we keep the tongue up? No? Oh. Nowadays these things are very common nowadays. Tongue up, Reiki people do it, Tai Chi people do it, Qigong people do it, pranic healing do it. See, in your body, okay, let's say somewhere down here is the Dantian. Okay, you have your tongue over here, which you will keep up behind your upper teeth when you pronounce the alphabet L. Okay, from here, this point, there is an energy channel which runs up to a point in the center, continues down in a straight line down the spine, okay, right around the perineum, stops at the Dantian. Okay, from the tongue there is another channel which runs down from the front side, again stopping at the Dantian. Okay, this is known as the governing and the conception channel, or the Ru and the my channels. Okay, don't go too much deep into that unless you join a class. Okay, know that these are the two energy channels which are very necessary in the body, which circulate energy around the circuit. Okay, constantly. To these energy channels or energy meridians, there are other meridians or energy channels which go out to different areas of the body. Okay, so whenever you keep the tip of the tongue up, you are joining the meridian, and the energy flows constantly in a circle, sending energy out to the other smaller meridians. Okay, so that's why you have your tongue. And instead, it is one of the most powerful things that you can do. Whenever you don't need, and this is really tough, at least tough for me, I don't know for how many more people it is tough. Whenever you don't need to talk, you should have your tongue up behind the upper teeth. Doing this one simple act as many times as you can will bring you 100% of energy in your body. Do it sitting, standing, walking, working, whatever, traveling. If you do this, when you have to talk or when you have to fight, then you collect 200% energy. When you are fighting with your husband and you do this, you collect 300% energy. When you are fighting with the world and you do this, you will collect 500% of energy. Okay? So the moment you feel you want to talk, you want to say something harsh and aggressive, keep your tongue up. And believe me, jokes apart, it's a very laughing thing, but just try it. Whenever you're angry and you have to react, keep your tongue up and just think about the energy circling in your body. It is much more important and valuable than getting angry. Okay? And like some great people on Facebook say, anger is like a burning coal. Before you throw it at somebody, you have to hold it in your hand. You will be burned first. Okay? Genius guys, you're on Facebook, I swear. I sometimes think, yaar, I went and मैंने क्या नहीं किया, not to boast about it, but I've gone to those gully, kooche, kone in Haridwar and the Himalayas to search for teachers, to see the meaning of life. I went right up to Shanghai, to China in those bakelite phone ke zamana, where there was no contact with a Chinese person, and when you go over there to China, you get on at Beijing airport and you see all of them looking like this, staring at you. And then after going to the institute to learn, the first thing that comes to your mind, how the bloody heck I'm going to understand this language? And then they have an interpreter or a translator who we really don't know whether he's speaking English or Chinese. You know? So sometimes when I sit on Facebook, I really feel कि उस ज़माने में अगर Facebook होता तो यार I would have been a more better Tai Chi teacher maybe. Because all the philosophies and visions that we have doing our Tai Chi and Qigong, the ultimate goal today we read on Facebook. Real great guys. How many of us are on Facebook? I am. Yeah, great. Very nice. See, it's always how you perceive things. A dot on the wall, a simple dot. Okay, a simple dot. This is the easiest and the best example in philosophy. You ask somebody, what is this? Somebody will say it's a bindi, somebody will say it's an eye, somebody will say some person who's losing hair has combed the hair, curled it up and thrown it. Okay, you see how you perceive it. So, next time we are on Facebook, remember Facebook is also energy. It is how you are going to harmonize your energy with that energy. Okay? Right? So, back straight. Keep your palms out. How many of you here with high blood pressure? Even if you are taking tablets. Turn your palms and keep it down. Those who don't have blood pressure, turn the palms and keep it up. Keep your palm very naturally. Keep your tongue up. Relax. Remember, don't get lost. Your mind is constantly going to be on the rhythm of the music. Your mind is constantly going to be on my voice. We are not doing a no mind meditation. We are doing something which I call the mind meditation. We are going to mind what all we are going to do and everything that we are going to do. Okay? Okay, you just bring your mind to the center of your palm, the Laogang point that we mentioned. Just bring your mind over there. Just keep your thought, your awareness on that point. Now keep your mind on the Dantian, that is 2 inches below the navel in the center of your body. Just constantly keep your mind there. You bring your mind to your nose as you breathe in and as you breathe out through the nose. Now, as your mind is on your breath, slowly move your mind down to your palms and feel you are breathing in through the center of the palm and breathing out through the center of the palm. Now also take your mind slightly to the Dantian below the navel and feel you are breathing in through the Dantian and breathing out through the Dantian area. Now have your mind on all the 3 points, breathing in and out from both the palms, from the center, and breathing in and out from the Dantian also. Normal breathing. Your breath moves in and out according to the rhythm of the music. Back again, bring your mind to your nose and feel you are breathing in and out through the nose. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly join your palms very lightly. Don't apply pressure. In any position, join your palms lightly. Again, concentrate on the center of the palms. Breathe in and breathe out through the nose, having only your mind on the palms. Slowly bring your tongue down first. Open your eyes. Once again, release your palm, and now again you feel the temperature and you tell me whether the temperature was high, then you started. How many could feel temperature warmer? Warmer. How many more? Warm. Very good. Very nice. Warm? Very good. Everybody could feel a substantial warmness? Okay. Very nice. Okay. So this encourages us to do something more deeper into Qigong meditation. Okay.
also there was a kind of weight in between.
Heaviness, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
I felt like clapping or
Hmm.
this tai chi.
Okay, that kind of. Okay, good, very nice. Okay. See, always remember, energy is not a forceful thing, and energy is also not an independent thing. Okay. So it's not that you can force. मेरे को चाहिए energy. I want it. It will not work. Okay. At the same time also, if you just sit, if everything is energy, it will come to me, it will not come to you. Okay, there has to be an effort. There has to be an harmonizing effort. Okay. How many of you remember that beautiful story I told you about there is God, there is no God? You remember? Who remembers? Okay, only few remember. Some of you, yeah, the Baba and the God. There is no God. It's a very beautiful story. Okay, I won't bore you with it more. We'll do something practical. Again, I use those examples and the stories not because it's a story to make you understand the deeper meaning of the subject, but because it is energy transfer. If you look at it as me transferring some kind of energy to you, you will get the energy. If you look at it as a story, it's only a story. Okay? So, we'll go on to do the next meditation. A very simple again meditation that we will do. Again, like I said, this you can do sitting, this you can do standing, this you can do lying down. Whenever you are very tired, you can do this first meditation lying down. It's a very beautiful meditation. Okay? Whenever you are very troubled and stressed about a situation, you can do this meditation. The now one which we did now. Okay? These are all very powerful meditations. Don't do it more than 2 or 3 minutes. Don't even experiment if you want to listen to me. Don't experiment for it for 1 hour or 2 hours. Finish it off within 3 to 4 minutes. Over. Feel good about it. Finish. Wait for the next time to come when you really need it and you do it. Of course, you can do it every day. If you want to do it for hours together, then you have to go slowly, step by step. This brings in a lot of universal energy into your body. Okay? And we all know any disharmony created within us, around us. And when energy comes in to create harmony, there is a magnified change happening. Okay? Your body, your mind and your soul has to be ready enough, endured enough to take that change. If it changes suddenly, you are going to be in trouble. Okay? So don't, if you feel good about it, चलो आज किया 4 मिनट, कल जाके बैठ के 10 मिनट करेगा. Don't do that. Okay? And like I said, it's how you perceive the energy. If you're going to use the energy for healing, it will do healing. If you're going to use the energy for self-defense, be very careful. Okay? Because once you do this energy, like he said, he felt something heavy, he felt like clapping. Isn't it? You know what is a clap? A clap is a slap. How you slap somebody? You are clapping. It's the same movement. That's why he felt that defensive kind of energy. So, if you're going to do it for a longer period of time, you have to recognize that energy. Is it healing energy or is it defensive energy? So don't do it for a long time. Otherwise you may maybe harness that kind of very solid energy, and maybe you'll have a small child at home or a grandchild at home, and if you just even give the child a tap, believe me, it is going to hurt like hell. It will hurt like hell. So don't try it out. Especially don't try it out on your husbands also, and husbands don't try it out on your wives. Okay? Do you believe some people do this? No, you don't believe? Some people do this. I still remembering one of my students from a very long time, a very, what you can say, of course nobody is prettier than my wife, but I'm not saying this usko khush karne ke liye. That's, I firmly believe that she knows that very well. Let me tell you, she was an actress, okay, and a good looking actress. And husband also same, 6.5 feet tall, a huge guy. And she started learning Tai Chi with me, and there was a very simple movement which I showed her. And again, like I warn people, I say, see that you don't do this extra, boss. If you are going to do this and ever the situation arises that you have to push somebody, push your car, I said. And don't try pushing your husband or somebody at home, like, you know. And it was end of story. I do small modules. Within 3 months, I finished the module up. I was at home and all that. And one day, I get a call. Sir, can you come? I said, can you come is not possible for me, boss. If you want me to come, you tell me. I will give you my time when I'm free. And that always takes 1 month to 3 months. So, no, it's very urgent. You need to come. My husband has broken his back. So, the moment she said, my husband has broken his back, I asked her, what did you do? She's saying, I didn't do anything. He asked me what you learned in Tai Chi, show me. I showed him how to push people and I pushed him and he went and he fell down on his back and he hurt his spine. Okay, so jokes apart, you cannot underestimate Qigong, or rather any energy work, not only Qigong, any energy work. Whether it's pranic healing, whether it's Reiki, whether it's Brahma Vidya, you really don't know how much of energy you are actually cultivating within your body. You know, that's why they say energy work should be done with a master who recognizes, knows, can fill in and fill out energy also. You know, just why many times, sometimes you are at different places, you feel uncomfortable. That is because the rise and fall of the energy of that area and rising and falling of the energy within your body. Okay? Once again, back straight. Keep your palm open. Again, let's do the test. Let's see the temperature of the Lao Gong point. Let's see the temperature of the Dantian. Okay. Now let's start with the palms like this. Okay. Don't cross your legs. Yes, if you are crossing your legs, don't cross your legs. Don't let your legs hang. Don't keep your heel up. Take lot of earth energy. Keep your feet flat down. Let's start like this. And again, keep concentrating on the Lao Gong point. Okay. Keep your tongue up. Don't close your eyes. Don't worry. Now we are going to take the meditation into life. In our life, our eyes are open, not closed. You cannot stand on the road and do this. Okay. So, the back is touching. And you are concentrating on either side. Okay. Concentrate on either side. Again. Now concentrate on your Dantian. Again, concentrate on the center of both your palms and just become aware of the feeling, if there is any. There can be no feeling too. But by now, surely some of you may feel something in that area of the body. That is on the palms. Okay, bring both the palms now facing each other. Move it forward just a little bit. Okay, once again concentrate on that center point of both your palms. Feel whatever you can feel passing from one palm, center of the palm to the center of the other palm. Whatever you can feel passing through. I will not tell you what, because you may chase that sensation. I want you to experience that sensation. Okay, now again feel both your index fingers connected with your arms apart. Feel both your middle fingers connected with your arms apart. Feel both your ring fingers connected with your arms apart. Feel your little finger connected. Feel your thumb connected. Feel both your palms connected to each other. Now, let's say this connection, we want to make it hard. Just bring it to your mind. The connection between both my palms are hard. Don't even say it, just feel it. And you will feel the change. Let's say we are not satisfied with this hardness. Let's say the connection between both my palms are like a rock. And just become aware of it. Okay? Now let's just say the connection between both my palms are soft like cotton. And become aware of it. Now let's say the connection between both my palms is not there, and see if nothing is there. Slowly keep your palms down, palm facing down, and bring your tongue down. How many could feel all these sensations? Okay, how many? Everybody could feel? Okay, so that one proves where the mind goes, energy flows. Okay, so sometimes an ache, a pain in a body or a life situation is so easy to solve. Just feel an energy, just feel a connection. Though this is a laptop, don't look at it as a laptop with an Asus brand with that written. No, look at it as energy. The screen is energy, the keyboard is energy. Asus, the name, is also energy. Just look at it that way, and then you can change. I see many times people, I see, when some people do work, including me, I am as human being as any other human. When something doesn't happen, thak thak marna shuru kar de. Isn't it? All of us have done that. So instead of doing that, let energy flow. The same energy what you did now, you can flow this throughout your life, anytime, any place, for anything. And you will see, you will get a solution to whatever you are doing on your laptop, your desktop, your tab, your mobile or whatever. Let's come back to do healing. Again, if you feel there is an headache, what is a pain? A pain is an accumulation of hard energy or dense energy. Keep your palm and flow softer energy to it. Keep and flow soft energy. Softness can overpower hardness. This is what Tai Chi and Qigong teaches us. That's why when we do our self-defense moves in Tai Chi, we are not using muscle power. We are just flowing softly. We are becoming more soft than the opponent. The same thing also can be done in healing. Again, not to judge the doctors, my dear good friends are there who are really great doctors of the day. But allopathy does exactly the opposite. If you have sickness maybe of 10 grade, your medication is of the 50 grades. Okay, it's not that. If your ailment is of 10 grades, you need only 1 grade of energy flow to cure this 10 grades. Okay, so this is what you do. Keep the palm and do that. I don't need to explain the power of your mind and harmony of energy. Mind and energy work so very well. We have done a lot of experiments. How many of you grew your fingers over here? Okay. So if you can grow your finger, can't you heal yourself and heal any part of your life, any aspect of your life? Okay. So this is as simple as that, and there are more deeper meditations. There are more deeper meditations which need a lot of explanation, which need a lots of time also, which we cannot really accommodate in this time. But yes, we use specific subjects, okay, like we did Qigong meditation as a very common thing today. Then we can do specific meditations also. We'll have workshops and talks on very specifics, like Qigong for healing a certain problem in your body. The meditation, Qigong meditation for heart disease, Qigong meditation for lung disease, Qigong meditation for bone disease, Qigong meditation for stress. We can do a lot of things. Okay, hopefully, if Help Library still gives us an opportunity, we will still be doing more and more of this. This is just a small thing. Since most of you do you still want to try this growing of the finger, or do you want to try something else? You see how energy works. Let me see. Come, sir. Just stand at the side of me. I will keep him as a guard. Okay, he is going to represent all of you. I will show you another energy trick. He will represent all of you. He will see that I am not moving. Huh? Just turn this side. So what's your name, sir? Yogesh. Okay. See, I'll show you a very simple thing. Okay. Yogesh, just hold my back. Okay. See, don't push me. Huh? I'm very scared when I come to Qigong classes. Okay. So you see, I'm touching. Okay. Yeah. And Yogesh is holding me. So Yogesh will see that I don't go backwards. Okay. And I will fold my hand, and I will let my hand become shorter. I will move energy around my hand to make it short. Now all of you seen, I actually touched this panel. Okay, Yogesh, am I moving backwards? No. Very good. And I will make my hand short. Satisfied? Thanks, Yogesh. What can you do? Or what can you cannot do?
Can we go there height?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Good thing. You know, I always tell people, if I was more, like I told you also, you know, if Facebook was there, I would have been a better Tai Chi teacher now. Maybe because I would have known more techniques. I would not let my hair fall. I would not be a 5'3". I would have been a 6'3" now. Because if I could do all these things here right in front of your eyes, I could do a lot of things. I could have grown my height. I would have been a more handsome person. I would get rid of these marks, pock marks which I had. I could have done a lot of things. Okay? But again, you know, there is one great thing in life which I always tell this in all my classes, and even today I will tell it to you. Whatever you do, hours and hours of training, hours and hours of going to the temple, to the mosque, to the church, catch hold of the image of God and sit and tell him, boss, I am not going to leave you till you give me this. All depends on today where you are, where others are, where I am. It's this. Each and every moment of your life. Take the secret and go from me today. The secret of always remaining happy, the secret of always remaining rich, the secret of always remaining in abundance is karma. You must have not known it before this, maybe. Maybe you must have not known it. Or maybe you must have not known the real meaning of karma. Today, take it from me and go. If I say everything depends on karma, believe me, 100% everything is on karma. So from now, from today, change it. Change your karma. Change your karma. Try to collect good points. Try to collect good points. Very important. Again, not to judge somebody, but let me tell you a very simple story. I'll just give you examples of, why we fail in life. Many people come to us. Many people come to us. I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. Japas, mantras, different modalities of holistic healing, and still fail in life. Still not happy in life. Why? Because karma. And when we ask them, collect good karma, collect good points, they say, yes, I collect good karma. I knew one gentleman, again, God bless him, wherever he is. I'm not judging him at all. Okay, I don't want to collect that karma of judging him. I'm not judging him. I'm just giving you a living example. And there are many more examples in my life. But this one example, I think, will make you more understand the more deeper meaning of karma. This gentleman said, even I do a lot about karma. I do a lot of good karma. I said, what do you do? I go and I pray in the temples. I do this, I do that. I do the bhala, ye karta, wo karta, wo. So, bola, chalo, theek hai. So one day I said, chalo, let me go to the Shiv temple, okay? I am a very strong Shiv Bhakt. I am a very firm believer in Shiva, as I am a firm believer in Master Jesus Christ. I am a very firm believer. And wherever there is the name of Shiva and something happening in his name, I am always over there. So I said, chalo, let me go and see this guy. So I went to the temple and he was there as usual. Andar chala gaya. Went and caught the shivling and he was crying. And I was shaken, boss. I said, what a great soul. A person who can stand in front of divinity and just shed tears. What a great connection. You will not understand this unless this happens to you, because it happens to me sometimes. Without me feeling anything, there are just tears just flow down through my eyes. In a temple, in a church, in a mosque, in a gurudwara, anywhere. And I was like, boss, this guy is greater than me. And then he came out of the temple with me and he came talking with me. And there was a dog sitting out of the temple. Good karma or bad karma? And after going 2-3 pages, हाँ सर जी मुझे बताइए कि ये सब करने के बावजूद भी मुझे तकलीफ क्यों है. We sometimes take everything for granted. इसलिए ऐसा ना चलता है attitude. It is good. It's good to have a चलता है attitude. But चलता है attitude at what cost? At what cost? So the hours of practice of meditation, the hours of practice of mantras, japas, pujas, you do havans, whatever you want to. Boss, it is a very simple equation. One of my teacher very simply explained this to me when we asked him, what is karma? And we were groups of different people. He took a piece of paper, he crumpled it and he threw it on the ground. He said, I will explain karma. He threw it on the ground and he said, asked one of the guys who was a very rich guy, अभी इसको साफ करना है तो कैसे करेगा? मेरे घर में नौकर है, उसको बोलेगा उठा के डस्टबिन में डालो. Then he asked another guy, तू इसको कैसा साफ करेगा? कैसा साफ करेगा? He got up, he kicked that paper ball like this, like this, like this. It went out of the door. Then he asked another person. And it went on 4, 5, some vaguely kind of things. Then again he crumpled a piece of paper and he threw it down. He said, मैं बताऊंगा कर्मा कैसा साफ करना है और या ये कैसा साफ करना है. ये किसने फेंका? सबने बोला गुरुजी आपने फेंका. मैंने फेंका? ठीक है, मैं ही इसे उठाऊंगा और मैं ही जाके इसको कचरे में नहीं डालेगा, लेकिन उस कागज के टुकड़े का एक अच्छा इस्तेमाल करेगा. He opened the paper nicely out and he kept it on one side. He continued the lecture and he started taking notes on the paper. And one of the children over there got up and said, Guruji, आप वो paper में जो लिखा है मुझे दे देना. And then he gave it to him. He said, this is good karma. This is how you wipe out karma. Not by keeping a servant. Not by doing japas. मैंने किसी का हाथ तोड़ा, उसके लिए मैं 108 जप करेगा, माफ हो गया? Okay? So all your meditation or all my meditation, all my blah blah that I did for the past 1 hour and 15 minutes is all an absolute zero if you don't get good points here. Nobody. Okay?
I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Second set of meditation after that,
Hmm.
what feeling I had this year,
Hmm.
immediately you said it down and become light.
Hmm.
No, it didn't become.
It didn't become light.
It remained for,
Hardness still remains.
yes.
Okay? Yeah. Many a times this happens. Many a times. Yes. See, many a times again for thought process, for something happening in your mind, some turmoil, turmoil in your body, some disharmony in your body, it is very difficult to change. And like again, another reason is when you think very hard. You should not be, like I said, no forcefulness, no power, softness. Tai Chi and Qigong is always controlling with softness. Or rather, not even controlling, but harmonizing with softness. Okay? So somewhere there is something going on, something happening where this will not change. Okay? All of you, don't go home and try to make your hand short like I did here. Okay? I will not be responsible. Please don't let me do Qigong demos again and again, okay? Because the same amount what I used here, I can use to do somebody's healing. Okay? I usually don't do these things because it's just for you to know, give you an idea, a vague idea. It's nothing great. You really can go home and try it, but I would advise you not to do it. Because if you don't know the real technique of how to again, whatever you have altered to get it back to normal, it is going to affect you in the long run. Okay, so that's why our advice is don't try it. Don't try it, okay? That's why even we do, okay, growing the finger, I know it is a little difficult. But what I did with that much of distance between my hand and the panel, don't try to do that, okay? It can happen. It surely can happen. If you go home and try it, it will become shorter and shorter and shorter. सुबह उठ के देखेगा तो एक ऐसा हो जाएगा. Okay, don't come running for me because you cannot get me on phone at once. Okay, please understand this thing very well. Yeah, because I have people who phone me up at once and urgently. I attend to a lot of people in my whole day. Okay, so sometimes I really cannot be in an emergency in some place, and energy work does have its after effect if your body is not ready to collect or take in that kind of energy. Okay, before we leave, all of us, as you can see what I wear here, World Tai Chi Qigong Day. Let me tell you, World Tai Chi Qigong Day is celebrated around 80 countries in the world. We started celebrating World Tai Chi Qigong Day in 2010, where a small group of us, with one of our associates, Mr. Sunil Samant, we had a small group, we celebrated Tai Chi and Qigong Day. Okay. After that, we have been doing this for the past 6 years. This is going to be the 6th year. And as the years passed, the crowd grew. Last year, we had around 350 people sitting in an auditorium which could take only 250 people. So you can just imagine what was the state over there. And again, it is always celebrated on the last Saturday, last week of April. This time again, it is on the 25th of April. We keep the option open. Whenever we announce it, advertise it, you could get in contact with us. Okay, and you can come and celebrate the event with us. Okay, on that day we do a lot of demonstrations of Tai Chi and Qigong. We also get the people to participate in what we do. Okay, today it's a very great day for me. The years of practice that I have put in has borne fruit now, because I am the one and only Indian who wears an official World Tai Chi Qigong Day today. Okay, and from today we are going to start the preparation of our World Tai Chi Qigong Day. It is always a 2-hour program, and we set it out for 2 hours, and I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately, it stretches to 4 hours. But I'm sure all of you who were there for the past World Tai Chi Qigong Day must have surely enjoyed. It is to be crowded, it is to be a lot of people, but a lot of techniques, a lot of energy exchange happens. Just give me 2 minutes. I will just open out a World Tai Chi Qigong Day banner. I will click some photos with you. These photos will go internationally to the United States of America, to the city of Kansas, where the president and founder of World Tai Chi Qigong Day is going to be there. Okay, and we will all say a little hi also to him, and even this is going to go on YouTube. Okay, we are the only organization here in India. There are plenty of Tai Chi teachers, Qigong teachers in India. Nobody celebrates World Tai Chi Qigong Day. Only we have picked up this initiative. That is Carlton Hills Tai Chi Qigong and Sunil Samant Sir's Asian Academy of Tai Chi. We are the only organization, we do this to propagate it. Okay, and maybe that's why I was chosen to wear this t-shirt today. This was the first t-shirt in this season to be dispatched by them. The very first one. Okay, they have a huge crowd in the United States of America. There are hundreds of t-shirts being dispatched in the United States of America to the different counties and cities in America. But they started by dispatching these 2 t-shirts for me. The very first day, the very first dispatch. Okay, can we bring in this? We will ask Amma. Sharda Ma is a super senior student of mine. Okay, I won't tell you how young she is. Okay, but today I will give her an opportunity to stand and click a snap. Don't worry, we will keep the banner at the back and we'll click everybody's photo. So this is going to be the first announcement of our World Tai Chi Qigong Day. यहाँ ही खोले चलेगा ना, खोल दे इसको बेटा. Slowly. Amma, it might hurt you.
Amma, don't do it. He'll do it.
बराबर है, बराबर है. तू ऊपर खींच. Yeah, I'll catch it with Amma. Manpreet, you'll get a photograph. इसके ऊपर डालो. Okay, so you see, this is our organization. Prashant khada rahe piche. This is our organization, Carlton Hills Tai Chi Qigong, and this is the official banner of World Tai Chi Qigong Day. Whenever whoever has the events, this has to be over there. Okay, you surely can go on to YouTube and type in my name or World Tai Chi Qigong Day. You will see a lot of our YouTube videos, not only from our country but also from other countries. I would prefer first you see our country. No, you will, again, not to boast, I am asking you to see why you see the events of India is because time and again, whenever I do this program, it takes a lot of time and effort, and I also see the other countries, and believe me boss, the crowds that we have for our event, even the United States of America, the city of Kansas where the headquarters are, does not have that kind of crowd. There are hardly 20 people, and I have started with 45 people going on to 350 people. Hopefully today or rather this year is going to be more. Okay, can we take a video, Manpreet? Take a video of all the people. We'll all wave our hands out. Hi to Bill Douglas. Okay, Bill Douglas and his wife Angela Wong Douglas are the founders. They do absolutely nothing. They just promote World Tai Chi Qigong Day, and both are Tai Chi teachers. Okay, so they are actually doing a real great job. Their only source of income is their classes, which is not a great thing. Again, as a Tai Chi teacher, I know that. And the only source of income of World Tai Chi Qigong Day is the sale of these t-shirts, which also they send to people like me. Okay, so can we, Manpreet? All will not